This is the onion Ailsa Craig, named after a Scottish island which looks like an onion almost. Half of it. I'm doing a multi-sowing of this onion in clumps. Multi-sowing is a way to save actually on the seed and on the space that you have. It means that this seeds will grow together, become seedlings, and then you plant them as a whole. With each module will be one location in the soil, and they will grow as a clump. As a clump they grow together, and when they grow they push each other a little bit away, they make a space for themselves, and that way you will have, instead of one onion, you will have several onions. This is a way of space saving. I was doing it many times before with the broad beans especially, and with the runner beans especially, and French beans, those kind of beans, and peas. But this year I did it also with onion. This year I'm trying to do with more varieties. I know that Charles Dowding was actually doing it. I did it first, then I learned that also he has done it. He's doing it for a long time, and that's a way of saving space and getting a crop in the small space, and also saving time, because you grow several seedlings in one space, in a smaller space, of course. So we will see how they will do. Today is the 5th of the March, I think, and this multi-sowing of the onion Ailsa Craig is done in our new greenhouse. I built it with from the window pane, so I can just have another work surface to work on. It's the time to sow some onions from seed as a spring salad. So onion North Holland Blood Red mate is a good variety, because you can use it as a spring onion, or you can leave it in the ground, just use it as a bulb onion. It produces medium bulbs. So I'm going to sow in this module some of this onion. Just to help the seeds germinate better within a firm, anchored, compact soil, with the roots being firmly established, I compress the compost with 2 fingers like that, to get sure that it is firm enough. Now in these holes automatically I can sow my seeds. So this is the seed, and this is the packet, CN seeds. And as you see, outside is really windy, treacherous, but here I'm safe, I'm alright, warm. It's a luxury now I can enjoy. Now I'm going to put 5 or 4 seeds in each of these modules. Now I've sown the seeds, as you see here, those black coal shaped tiny seeds, particles, grains, and I just cover them. For that I can also use a little bit compost, which I will do. Now I have covered it with compost. I just press them to make sure that the seeds are anchored well in the soil, and when they grow their roots, they're also well established. They will not be too easy to move. The roots will have a good anchor to actually stick to and grow into. And it will be easy also to remove them when I want to plant them in the soil. So we will see how it will be turning out. You just press on top of them gently and make sure that they are covered. And this is a module tray that I have. The thing is that it has a mat under it, and you can fill it with water, the container under it, and the mat will seep. The felt will bring the water gradually to where the plant is needing it. Also as a cover, I can put it on top of it. And of course I have to get rid of this growing point of a weed. And as you see, onions, spring onions, Red Holland is really doing well, and they have grown, they have seeded, they have yeah, germinated, and yeah, we may have some good crop from this year. These are the multi-sown onions that are planted in the soil. They were sown from the seed, and when they planted them in the soil, it was the 7th of May. And today, in the August 13, I harvested them. So you can see how they developed over the month. This is the multi-sown onions from the seed that have grown. I've already harvested once. Today I harvested a few little bits. And what happened is that I don't have the time actually because I'm working. My time is always taken by the watering process. Because of the drought, it takes a long time to water the whole allotment. And our allotment is full of crop. So we need to water at least some of them, the most important ones. So I'm maybe lagging behind on reading. In this Nordic bed which actually was on a very weedy bindweed area. We could manage it now, but I have to spend a little bit of time to remove all the weeds, most of the weeds. But so far it's doing well. The onions are bulbing up well. The only thing I have to do is to water them as much as I can. This is a multi-sown onions from the seed. Oh, yeah. You're pulling them up to eat.
No, yeah, I'm pulling them up.
Oh, look at that. Can I see that?
Yeah.
Can I see? No, that's too. Keep that. We can pick the bigger ones.
The big ones always seem to be at the centre. So.
And when you remove the big ones, the little ones will have the time to grow. I don't think those will be very big. Here, we have some big ones here.
Okay, sorry. Put that one there.
You have to weed here also.
Oh God, yeah.
Here.
We'll have it, will we?
I've lifted this one.
Got time.
I think for the moment that's enough, huh?
Yeah, I needed some onions, so I've got them.
That's enough.
Leave it.
Yeah, let me pick it.
Okay. Just the little ones. Put them back. Push them down. That's it.
This bed needs a little more water.
Yeah, onions have grown well.
Can I see what you have? Oh, how many? It's lovely. So we eat these ones and the rest of it will grow.
3, 4, 6, I think 6 or 7. Well, I'll dry them. I'll leave them to dry so the skin's
You can use them also immediately if you want. Most of this bed, if you remember, was ready. It is a multi-sown onions and they have done well. It's August, middle of the August almost, and I have to lift them to prepare the land for the next crop, for autumn and winter crops. So I'm going to do it now. I lift the onions, then I weed this, and then I add a mulch of compost, then I will cultivate on it, sow new seeds. This is a red onion which has grown ginormous from the seed. I'm really happy with the quality, and I'm harvesting it now. Okay, this is the harvest of onions. I think this is around 15 kilo of onions, and they'll have more than this. This is just 3/4 of the bed. These are the 3/4 of one bed of onions that we have. I laid them for 2 days to dry up a little bit. Then I'm now sorting them out according to size. And I will take them to the polytunnel because there is a possibility of rain in the weather forecast. So let me see what we can do here. The onions are getting relatively dry. We have some more to go, but these are the ones that are already I decided to remove from the bed. They are multi-sown and they have been grown originally from the seed. Is that they were sown in the last year, December, I think. Then in May, early May, we planted them in the bed in final position, I mean, and in clumps. And from May to July, they grown. Now it is the early to May, middle of the August, we lifted them. We lifted 3 times, but this is the final of the 3/4 of the one bed. We have around several other beds, half beds and a quarter of bed available yet. And so it took May, June, July, 3 months to grow to this size, some of them. We already have eaten the bigger ones. We picked and used, and then according to what we needed again, we came and picked again. And this gave the opportunity to the smaller ones to push the other ones aside and just grow. When you pick the big one, the smaller ones can grow better. Now I've sorted them out. These are the larger ones, these are the medium-sized onions, and these are the medium to small. And of course, these are the ones you can use, or you can even use them as a seed for next year, set some of them, but probably I will eat them anyway. Practically that means you will not need to buy sets, because you have a lot of small ones. These are small onions that you can grow as a set yourself. You will have onions from set. So this is the onions from 3/4 of a bed that has been harvested 3 times before that also. So look at this is where